Under the hard hat, control your emotions. Nobody really talks about this part of the job. You can be doing everything right and still lose control in one moment. And it costs you more than the work itself. Not time, not money, respect, energy, how you show up. All right, this is under the hard hat, powered by TEHFL. Just real conversations from the field. Stuff we don't always say out loud, but probably should. There was a point in my career where I realized something that honestly humbled me. I can't control other people, nor can you. I can't control outcomes. I can't control how things unfold, but I can control my emotions. Let me say that again. But I can control my emotions. And I'll be honest, that one's been a working progress. It still is a working progress. And the moment. I remember a time where something small got under my skin. I'm sure we all get that point where something gets under our skin. Nothing major, just one of those things. A comment, a tone from a coworker, somebody doing something careless. But I felt it, and I felt it in my chest. My chest got tight. My patience got shorter. Head already loaded with several other things from the job site. And you know how it goes. You're standing there on the job site, crew around, things need to be moved, and you don't even know, and you don't even have the full picture yet, but you're ready, reacting. And I did. I got sharp, short with people. Tone changed. I got angry or upset with somebody. And the worst part, later, when everything cooled down, didn't even like how I showed up. Not the situation, me, how I showed up. What was really going on in that situation, in these situations? And here's what I started to notice about myself. A lot of times when I thought I was mad, I wasn't actually mad. So when I thought I was mad, I wasn't actually mad. I felt disrespected. I felt unheard. I felt like I was carrying weight and nobody saw it. And in the trades, we're taught to just push through that. Because if you don't push through it, you're considered weak. but pushing through it doesn't always make it go away. It builds pressure on pressure on pressure, and pressure shows up somewhere, whether it's your tone, snapping, being short, even bringing it home. Yeah, let me say that again. Bringing it home. I've done it all. The realization, turning. At some point, it hit me. I was exhausting myself trying to control how everyone else was acting. And I wasn't even controlling myself. I was worried about others and forgot to control myself. And that's when it clicked. The only thing I actually can control is my own responses, not the situation, not other people, just how I show up inside of it. Because the moment I react emotionally, I give that control away. If I show up that way, nobody wins. What changed? Tools that I've used to help with this. So I start doing a few things. Still work on it. I'm still working on it. Pause first. I pause. Sometimes I take one breath. Sometimes I take two breaths because fast reactions are usually emotional reactions. Number two, I lower my sentence. Let me say that again. I lower my sentence. Because if my first sentence is sharp, the whole conversation goes sharper. Number three, I ask a question instead of reacting. Help me understand what you mean. Can you say that again? That buys time. Four, I decide when to address it. Sometimes I'll say, well, circle back. I'll circle back to this because correction in the heat rarely lands. You don't correct things when things are heated. And the big one, I don't bring it home because if I don't deal with it at work, it shows up somewhere else. And my family didn't sign up for that. Vulnerability, truth. I'm not proud of every time I've reacted. Let me say that again. I'm not proud of every time I've reacted. There are moments I wish I handled differently, energy I gave away that I didn't need to. And what I've learned is this: emotional control isn't about being motionless. Emotional control isn't about being motionless. It's about feeling something and still choosing a response you respect later. That's real control. Lately, I've been asking myself, how much stress in my life is actually self-inflicted. Let me say that again. How much stress in my life is actually self-inflicted because I won't regulate my own emotions? And how much better would things be if I just got a little more control over my responses? Because not everything that happens to you deserves a reaction from you. Just something I've been thinking about. And once I started figuring that out, I realized something else. And once I realized that, being stuck in the middle, that's a different kind of pressure. And we will get into that next time. Don't forget to go over and follow Under the Hard Hat on Facebook.